gamers, welcome to this video. Hey everybody, Hot Man here, and 2 whole years of hard work and progress trying to fit this in with my everyday life, and it's finally paid off 100%. First of all, it's all the love and support I've been seeing for this project is so overwhelming to me. I can't thank all of you enough for all your support, for sticking with me for all these years, so thank you all. And with a huge project like this, there's bound to be a bunch of cut and scrapped stuff from it, and that's exactly what I have in my Special Strike Rebellion folder. It's big. It's really big. Oh yeah, also I'm just getting over COVID-19, so if I start coughing the next day. So this video will be separated into parts. First, I'm just going to go over some stuff in SSR that some people might have missed, like a lot of the Easter eggs, maybe some points that I wanted to clarify. Then we'll go into all the behind-the-scenes stuff and all the scrap content from SSR, which will lead into what Special Strike 3 was going to be about, because there was going to be a third one, because I was planning for Special Strike Rebellion to lead off into the third one at the end, to be another cliffhanger. But then last summer, I realized, you know, I have a life to live, and I don't have enough time in my life to make a third one, so SSR. So without further ado, I'm going to do an epic speed run of all of the Easter eggs you might have missed in SSR. Right? Like there's the Bready to Bread in the Doco scene. There's also Doopy Man in the Doco scene. There's also a poster of in the background there. When the best characters in SSR come out with our tank, you can see Zarek the dog, the person who voiced Cindy, in the background there behind Siren Head. On the right here, you can see Mr. Rawi, and on the left here, you can see Funky, the person who drew the drawings in the secret ending. On the right, we can see the man, the myth, the trade himself, Dr. Dash. A little bit before that, if you pause right before the scene starts to play out and the camera zooms to the right, you can see Ebready again, and you can see Movie Unleasher Springtrap back there, because he was a thing, right? On the left there is A.P. Angry Piggy, the guy who made the epic soundtrack for the epic movie. If you pause this scene right as it starts, you can see Roy from Don't Hug Me I'm Scared lurking as always, and Shake from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Looks like he finally decided to grow some balls and come back. Who could this mystery arm belong to? This one can explain itself. Dick. The one and only Gromit mug. The dead cat man inside of Twisted Freddy's mouth is actually Comet, the man who drew this for SSR. And in the scene where you can see the Funko lads, in the background you can also see Vanny from the Security Breach meme video I did, Nightmare Bonnie from the video of why he's not in any specials, and that Fredbear model that was in my very first animation I uploaded to YouTube. Alright, now that that's all done, let's move right along to the behind the scenes and scrap stuff from SSR. So originally for the Walton Files scene, there was going to be a different model, modeled by the Crowded One, and all the scenes that the model was in were basically completed, but at the last minute I decided to have Soup remodel him due to the model lacking some features that I wanted on it and some complications. In addition, after the Hindu man slapped Bon out of existence, there was more footage after that, but I decided to cut it out because I didn't want to focus on Bon and the gang too long. So here's that cut footage. Here are some sketches for the Mantis Trap Bug Man. As you can see here, he was planned at one point to have wings, though we decided to cut those out of the model since they were way too hard to put into SFM. Another fun fact, the intro segment where the words lay out Special Strike Rebellion was actually made a total of 3 times, 2 of which were unused, and here they are. So in the Kyle scene, originally instead of the yellow guy being there, it was supposed to be Peridot, but I switched them out last minute because I thought yellow guy would be a lot funnier. Also, the scene with Kyle and Peridot interacting is gone forever. Don't worry though, you weren't missing much, it wasn't that funny anyway. In the scene where Rat, Cat, and Candy are watching the greatest joke in SSR unfold, it was originally going to be a different joke that I replaced with another one because I thought the other one would be a lot more funny.
You can buy a gun too, for just $29.95. Free shipping and handling. Well, what if I don't want to pay for one? Wow, that product really works. Exactly. So-called.
Why are these stations still up after the explosion?
These next few pieces of behind-the-scenes stuff is mostly just, behind-the-scenes pictures and little shots I decided to do that don't really need explanation, so here you go. So to end off the deleted and behind-the-scenes stuff for SSR, I saved the best two for last. That also kind of segue into what SS3 was going to be about. These two clips are completed scenes that were totally cut and deleted. First off, because they were made way too early and didn't match the story at all, or they were going to lead into Special Strike 3, and I had to cut them because, obviously, Special Strike 3 is not going to happen anymore. Both of these are about Foxy finding the dream machine before I thought of the end as a character. So yeah, enjoy.
Is that the,
pizza, it keeps things shadow. Plus the
Now for possibly the biggest topic of this entire video. the possibility of Special Strike 3, or as I called it, the Special Strike, the Final Strike. This one was going to have The End and the Mantis Trap in it, but obviously I had to push them for Rebellion because I loved their designs, but at the cost of their stories kind of being a little wishy-washy. And as you saw with the deleted scene of Foxy being bit on by the giant glitch trap, he was going to be possessed at the end of Special Strike Rebellion, secretly being under Glitch Trap's control, kind of being like a spy, if you may. And Chief was going to be a good guy. Chief was going to get a new model, and he was going to join the crew. He was going to forget his old ways, and he was going to stay good. Although for RXQ, after Chief, rips his head in half, basically destroying the bond they had together, Glitchtrap sees that as an opportunity to manipulate RXQ to join his side and continue to be against the crew until his demise, probably by Chief, somewhere at the end of the movie. And I know a lot of you felt that those 3 Glitchtrap minions kind of felt a little out of place, even though I kind of gave them a little bit of an introduction with past meme videos. I can understand why they felt a little out of place in SSR, and that's because they were going to be exclusively presented in SS3, along with a lot more Glitchtrap minions. I had a lot of designs planned for the minions. One of them was I had planned to be long and lanky. Another one I planned to have a Jollibees kind of look, and I don't even know what I was going to go with for this one, but there were going to be a lot more Glitchtrap minions. And the reason why those 3 minions are still in SSR despite SS3 being cancelled was simply because I already had the models, and I thought they looked really cool, and I thought it would be cool to have Glitchtrap have 3 little bonuses next to him, 3 little minions instead of it just being him. So yeah. And next up down the line, I had early ideas of Vanny being one of the main protagonists for SS3. Since Vanny is obviously going to be one of the main antagonists working for Glitchtrap and Security Breach, I thought it would be kind of cool to have a little twist of maybe Vanny being a rebel minion, or just knowing about Glitchtrap's plans and trying to stop him for some reason. I didn't get too in-depth with that idea, but I thought it was really cool at the time. And the last big thing I had for Special Strike 3 was that at some point I planned for Chief to risk his life for Freddy, and he was going to die permanently. Because of all of his actions in the past, I felt like this one sacrifice could make up for all of his wrongdoings in the past and give him that final redemption arc. I felt like it would have been fitting for a character like him. So this next part isn't really Special Strike 3 related, but I forgot to put this fact in the previous section, and I thought it would be pretty cool to share. So originally, when planning out the very, very, very early stages of SSR, QXR originally was not going to be QXR. Instead, he was going to possess Spring Bonnie out of all characters. We didn't really know why, maybe because we looked at the Demented pack on the workshop. We're like, oh hey, Demented Spring Bonnie looks cool, we could probably use him. Until I mentioned that we could probably do RXQ to give him a redemption arc, because the way he died in Special Strike was kind of stupid. So yeah. And this was going to be the actual finale to the special series. Probably a lot cleaner of an ending than SSR was, though I did have early stages for Special Strike 4 where Fredbear would be the bad guy because he was neglected for so long. Like, oh, no one noticed that my suit was stolen, so I'm going to be the bad guy now, but that was always just thoughts in the back of my head. That was never actually going to happen. And before I wrap this video up, I wanted to explain some stuff in the SSR lore to clear it up, and what I'll be doing from here on out. So first of all, like I said before about the end story being a little wishy-washy in this one because he was planned for a whole nother movie, I wanted to kind of clarify on what he was supposed to do. And by clarify, I mean I found a comment that basically wrapped up what he was supposed to do entirely. Thanks to this man right here. Awesome analysis, dude. Basically, the end was just taking his failed creations and turning them into these new memes. Memes that the special characters kind of started out with the Bibble and the Breakfast and the Michael Rosen puppets, Freddy always being the grumpy guy, Foxy always watching that stuff. You know, kind of like a loop, a repeat of, you know, what was successful for him. And now, probably the moment you've all been waiting for. The big mystery character at the very end, who is obviously not teasing the Special Strike 3, as I clarified a lot. But I have seen a lot of theories about this guy, and I will give you a couple hints towards what he's supposed to be. He's not Glitch Trap, but he is someone you've seen before. Someone whose beliefs and everything they've ever known was ripped in half. Kind of physically and literally. And one more thing, the model used for this character is not the final result. This thing was made a long time ago as a beta model for someone in SS3. And either way, you won't be seeing this character for a long time. I have something in store for this character if everything goes according to my plan, but only time will tell. And now for the final part of the video. SSR's done, so what's next? Well, as you could see, I've been posting some random meme videos, just mostly to, you know, catch up with the loop of animating again and keeping this channel alive. But I've also slowly been working on the game I promised a long time ago. The UCN Specials game? Well, it's no longer a UCN fan game. Me and some good friends of mine have found a better use of the Specials characters for a game, and we think it's going to be really fun, and hopefully it'll be released soon. And by soon, probably in a couple of years. Though animation projects, I do have one project that I've started on not too long ago, but I have a pretty good idea of what it's going to be. It's not really going to be tied to the Specials at all. It's going to be its own separate story, kind of tied more into the Freddy's canon, with, you know, haunted robots and dolls and such, but kind of with my own twist on it. I can't really say much about what it's going to be, but I highly recommend that Bear Crow video I made back in Halloween of 2020. He was originally going to be in Special Strike Rebellion, but there's a specific reason why I didn't put him in.
I have to call them all back, all of them, together in one place.
Alright, that's it. Wow, that was a lot of deleted stuff from Special Strike Rebellion and what Special Strike 3 was gonna be. I would have loved to see a Special Strike 3, but I do understand why he couldn't do a third one, because, well, the HottestDog was still working on Special Strike Rebellion, and he had other stuff in his other stuff to do. I can respect that. But man, that was awesome. The HottestDog did a great job on Special Strike and Special Strike Rebellion. I love both of them. I kind of wish that Special Strike Rebellion was in like parts, because that would have been easier for us to react to. But it was fine. I liked how it was how it turned out, and yeah, I can't wait to see what he has next. So, HottestDog, if you're watching this, you did a great job on Special Strike and Special Strike Rebellion. They were awesome. I loved it, and so did everyone else. So, as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Good night, everybody.